Hi folks, it's time for a channel update. There are some changes that are going to be coming to my channel very soon, and I want to share those with you. But before we do that, I need to make some coffee. So let's do that first. All right, I think my kettle has come to a boil a little bit faster than I was. Let's get the coffee on. Coffee cup. Silicone pour over. Paper filter. Trying to find myself a nice level surface here. Coffee, Rampage coffee, of course. Make a good sized cup today. 2.5, 2 3/4 tablespoons, roughly. Glove for the kettle. Put that aside, snuff the alcohol stove out. Yep, that's good. Alright. A little different kettle than I'm used to using, but what is that bird? I don't know if he's warning me of something or objecting to my presence. Or just saying hello. Alright, I'll continue the pour through here. It takes a bit of time, and then as soon as the coffee's ready, we'll start our discussion. Alright, my coffee is all finished pouring through, but I've got an idea, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, okay, not even going to try. Way too hot. We'll give that a few minutes to cool off. And I'll show you what I'm having for a snack today, and I'm not sure if anybody has had these before. This is called the Love Good Proteins Bar. I buy these at Costco by the box, and I've tried a lot of protein bars, and this by far is my favorite. Best. It's most like a candy bar that any of them I've tried, and it's made with some really nice clean ingredients. It has 20 grams of proteins in one bar and only 2 grams of sugar, so what's not to like? Plus it tastes really good. All right, so we'll just put those aside. So I just wanted to first give you an update about what's been going on here in Nova Scotia. So this has got to be the driest summer that I can remember ever. Honestly, now I can remember some droughts in the past, but nothing quite like this. It seems the last drought I remember this severe was only like 3 years ago. And this one has resulted in a complete fire ban right across the province. You are not allowed to have an open fire in the woods, or at home for that matter, because it is just that risky. We've had a number of forest fires, some very significant around the province. We had a huge one a couple years ago, none of that big this year, but only because they instituted the fire ban early, which was probably what saved us from having things worse. Having said that, the woods that I go into did have a forest fire, and maybe I'll be able to show you some of the damage at some point in the future. So it's actually only, half a mile from where I'm at. I'm at a different point in the woods that I often go to. And what they did on top of banning fires is they banned all woods travel. So since about the end of July, the 1st of August, no one has been allowed to go into the woods for any reason other than work purposes. And even then, they had to show a safety plan to prevent fires. Well, let me tell you how severe it is. A farmer was haying his field, his harvester struck a rock, it's created a spark, and he lost everything in his field from a fire. Other people were harvesting trees, their chainsaws hit rocks, started a fire. I mean, that's how severe a drought it is and how easy it is to start a fire here. So I have not been able to have a fire in the woods all summer long. Now, we had our woods travel ban lifted a couple of weeks ago, and the rest of the province only just recently. So as a result, what you're going to get a lot of on my channel is videos that I made at home. I had to make them at home. I didn't really have a whole lot of choice in the issue. Some of them I made while Gina and I were away camping at Kouchibakwak National Park. And only recently have I been allowed to come back into the woods. So the videos I've been doing here are things like knife reviews, anything that is not a fire-related thing. That's the unfortunate part about it. So that's what's been going on. Now, here's what's going to be happening, and this is, I guess, the big news and the big change for my channel. Today, as you're watching this video, I'm likely either in surgery or just got home or just come out of surgery. I'm not even home yet, for a complete anatomical replacement of my left shoulder. Now, I know a few of my viewers were aware of that. I've mentioned it in comments. I think I've even mentioned some of the issues I've been having with my shoulder in past videos, but it has negatively impacted my quality of life now for a number of years. In fact, I'm in pain as we speak, right? That's just the nature of it. So when I come out into the woods, it's made a big difference in what I do out here. That's part of the reason why you don't see me camping out here in the woods, is because I can't lay on my side anymore. It's just gone. And this is the big thing, right? It gets to a point where you're not concerned about the pain of the surgery. You're just looking forward to the relief from the pain of the injury. How did this even start for me? Best guess is years ago in my work and police work, I had a number of altercations, we'll say, where I have dislocated actually both of my shoulders, and it just started the deterioration over time. Now, I have arthritis in both of my shoulders. Both of my shoulders have significant damage, but my left one is now at the point that it is, well, it's at the point where the surgeon said either now or never, because there won't be anything left to replace. I don't know how significant that is, but I think you get the idea. So what am I saying? Yeah. I'm in hospital as we speak. I'll be home after that, recovering, and I'll be doing that for months. Quite honestly, I'm not even sure how long. It could be 3 or 4 months before I'm allowed to come back into the woods. So as a result, the programming on my channel is going to change. Now, what you're going to get while I'm recovering are a lot of videos that I've already recorded. I have videos that extend back, actually some into last winter, into the spring, into the summer. So some of those videos will be what you're going to be seeing for the next couple of months. As I recover and I'm able to do some things with my left hand, then I'm going to start doing videos at home. And I have some planned already. There are a few things that I would sooner do in the woods, but I think they'll work out okay if I do them in my backyard over the winter. Otherwise, I'm just going to save them to when I can come back to the woods. I've got some wood stoves. I've got one too big to drag into the woods, but I've got some others that I'll just hold off until I can bring them out here in the woods, maybe late winter into early spring. The other thing I've done is I've accepted more offers from companies like Flashlights to review their products. And I have this mixed relationship with Flashlight reviews. They're simple. Well, actually, they're not. They're a lot of work to put together. I know people who review Flashlights will probably know what I'm talking about. They seem simple, and it doesn't require me to drag them out into the woods, but it does require me to get an understanding of the light and how it works, and then put it all together in a video. So I have some of those that I will be doing at home as I recover, and some already recorded for slots. If you like them, great. I appreciate you looking at them. It's more about having videos for you to watch than it is anything else. I think that's what I'm trying to say there. I think I have enough videos stored up to last me a number of months, and I'll continue to put out videos at the same rate. If it turns out that I'm starting to run out of videos and I'm not yet ready to make some new ones, then what I'll do is I'll just put out fewer videos for a short period of time until I am ready to start making some new ones. What this time off is going to allow me to do is a whole lot of reading, a whole lot of watching YouTube videos, a whole lot of planning on what I'm going to do when I am allowed to go back into the woods. So part of this is asking you, what do you want to see from me when I get back into the woods? What kind of videos would you like me to cover? I have ideas. I want to do more things on edible foods, medicinal foods, plants out here in the woods. I want to do more on skills, rope skills, knife skills, axe skills. I want to get back to camping, and it's been a long time since I've been able to do that. Those are the things that I hope to do. And cooking, okay? More cooking. I actually have a lot of fun cooking out here in the woods. I don't know if you enjoyed it. If you do, let me know. But please put in the comments section the type of videos you would like me to do once I get back into the woods, or even while I'm at home recovering. If there's something I can do there, then please put that in as a suggestion as well. I almost closed this video out, and I did have something else I wanted to talk about with you very quickly. First, let's just taste the coffee. I think that's down to the right temperature. Sure is. That's perfect. Okay, here's what I wanted to say. A little while ago, I was conversing online with a friend of mine, online friend, Dean Kennedy, who is here in Nova Scotia. And I mentioned about my shoulder surgery coming up. He said, did you know or have you watched Mark from the YouTube channel Spygiver? And I'm aware of Mark's channel Spygiver, but I wasn't aware of what I'm about to talk about. So apparently Mark also had a full anatomic shoulder replacement surgery. I think it was on his right, if I'm not mistaken. And he did a blog on that. In other words, he did a series of videos on his recovery. I want to tell you, I watched a number of his videos, and I took great inspiration from them. Some of what he went through, some of his experiences, some of his advice or suggestions based on those experiences. And I wondered if it would be something you would be interested in. How would you feel about me creating a video, not like Mark did it from the day he came home from the hospital? I don't think I'm going to do that. But how about a video once every week, 2 weeks, or once or twice a month, we'll see, on my progress and recovery and what I had gone through. And my reason for asking that is there may be other people who have been considering shoulder surgery and they just want to be able to talk to or hear from someone who has a similar situation. So that's what I was thinking. It may be something that you or someone else you know might have value in seeing. So let me know if that was of interest to you, whether or not you want me to do that. Create a video series, very limited, not a whole lot of them, on just my progress and how things are going. At the same time, I'm going to suggest you go over to Mark's channel, Spygiver. I can put a link to that at the end of this video if you're interested. Great stuff. Now, he's an ultralight hiker and a hammock camper, and that's his theme. So I don't have a whole lot in common with him. This is something obviously we both have in common. All right, now we'll close this video out. So get out and explore and take that path less traveled, because it will make all the difference. Bye for now.